Greetings, everyone. This is your man Nicholas Shepard from the Shepard Family Enterprise Business Administration and Information Systems Consultant. I'm here today just conversating again, my part of my state of awareness um, dialogue. And what I want to do basically is try to find out from some of you whether or not you are ready to move forward in your business or your career. The reason why I'm saying this is because of the fact that there are a lot of things that we need to be doing as a business group of people. I'm talking about African Americans, and to find out whether or not you have the tools that are needed in order to move forward. Okay. Um, I would like to know, and you can put it in the comments below, and then I usually have live stream on YouTube, and I usually put it out there on Facebook, and I have a couple of I have my Shepherd Family Enterprise blog site as well. Okay, and you can actually go out to my business log site, and then you can find out exactly where it is and stuff like that. Okay, so there's a lot of things that can take place, but it's up to you to find out the direction you want to go. Okay, now at this particular time, I've been researching a lot of things about starting some type of business in Africa. Okay, and I've been talking to a lot of people, a lot of Africans, and they've been explaining to me, well, if you go to Nigeria, it's kind of, you know, corrupt. Say, and they gave me some color, a couple other places like Ghana and stuff. They said Ghana's a good place to start. But I've spoke to other people, and there are other locations. They may not be as economically stable as other countries are, but Ghana, as I've been told, have been the leader, the forefront runner of stabilizing Africa, okay, the continent of Africa, uniting everyone together, all African countries together to come up with a solution to help the people of Africa to be able to become economically stronger. All right. If you listen to some of my other videos that I have, um, it talks about this, and it talks about the economy, the relationship between um, Americans' economic value, excuse me, and the economic value on the continent of Africa, and how it's really not really balanced right. You can come up with a lot of different excuses and theory why that is, but the main source, or the main reason why there's an economic imbalance between what is being taken out of Africa and what has been put back in is the sole problem, or the reason is that they're taking out resources, okay, or minerals from Africa, taking them back to wherever they're taking, refining it, and then bringing it back to Africa and selling them their own products, okay, for a higher cost. And so, what it is that what we need to do basically is to find out a way that we can start a business in Africa, and then try to re-engineer the thinking of Africans to buy products in Africa. Okay, now we as an African Americans, and even African Africans that are in other parts of the world, they get this education, and then they put that their skill sets. Of course, everybody want to make money, but they put their skill sets into a company that has no interest in your native land. So how can we go about benefiting this? Well, one of the reasons, or one of the things you can do, is investing. Investing in some certain projects. Now, there's a lot of companies, small companies, that are basically home-based businesses. All right, they're not the home-based business like you see here in this country, but they are home-based businesses that we can actually reach out to. There's a lot of different people, Africans, that reside and work in in the United States and other places, you can reach these people through Facebook or wherever, whatever social media area they are, and and befriend them and talk to them. Okay. Now, are there a lot of scam artists out there? Yes, there's a lot of scam artists in America as well. Okay, and people like it don't matter what culture they're from, or what their ethnic background, or whatever you may want to call it. But there's crooks everywhere. Okay, and if you give the wrong European your money, he's going to run away with it. Okay, if you give the wrong Spanish person, okay, of descent of Spain, money, okay, they're gonna run off with it. It don't matter who they are. If you give the wrong person your money, they're gonna run off with it, okay, and or they may do what they want to do with it. So is we have been structured to think that the Europeans are more secure in a lot of different things, but we haven't even been. That's just because what we feel here in this country. But I've spoken to people in other countries and stuff like that, and you have some pretty honest people out there, okay, because their country would not been able to survive this long if they weren't, okay. There's a common good in Africa, okay. There is a common good, and we need to tap into these resources or these individuals to find out exactly who they are and try to network with them, okay. Their goals is just like the goals here in this country. There's no difference between what they're trying to do or what they're trying to attain over a length of period of time and what American have done or United States have done within the time period that they have been in power, which is probably like 200 years, right? So we must look at that, all right, and say, okay, United States been structurally sound, you know, since 1776. Okay, so you say about 200 years, probably a little more. Okay, but Africa have been structurally sound for thousands of years. Okay, so you got to understand is that the current condition that they're in is based on trickery, excuse me, lies and deceit. These individuals have been lied to, and they didn't know that they was going to be tricked into what they suffered. Okay, and I'm quite sure right now you have a lot of political leaders or people who are just as historically aware of the things that happened that want to get everything back on track. If they was able to turn the hands of time back and educate those individuals that actually shook the hands of these people that took away everything that they had and enslaved them, they wouldn't have done it. Okay, there's no way they would have been able to, the Portuguese or any other ones, were able to do what they did, without the assistance of Africans. Okay, so don't think that there have not been a cooperation of the both countries. Okay, now I ain't talking about the continent of Africa, but there's both countries. That was a country in Africa and a country outside of Africa, because Europe as a whole didn't enslave Africa. And see, that's the misconception that a lot of Americans, African Americans have. So they think that all Europeans are bad. They're not. Okay. Now, some Europeans and stuff, it depends on who you are, have no knowledge of what was going on in this country. They may tip on it a little bit like that, but you bring them into. Some of them have to be educated and told that slavery exists in this country. I've been in places where they had no knowledge of slavery in this country until they came here. Okay, or they got ready to come here, and they was explained where not to go, or this and that. And some of them, was taught through other various means and stuff like that. Basically social media. So don't think that everyone participated because they didn't. You have countries in Europe never participated, never even had an African slave at all. Okay. So we can't look at things that way. All right. Now, of course, you have to be on guard, but at the same time, you must educate yourself by reading, and by reading, you gain understanding, and by understanding these different things, you better explain yourself and present yourself in a more positive light to these individuals who are thinking negatively, okay, about the whole current situation. Okay. So um, another thing I want to talk about is, okay, what I think I already brought it up was stock, right? Some of you, like myself, I didn't know anything about stocks and bonds, anything like that, when I was younger. And I wish my father God bless his soul, James Nichols Shepard. Um, he worked in Chrysler for like 48 years. And he was always talking about the government bonds and, all these bonds and everything like that, but I didn't really know. He talked to me, but I wasn't really listening. And it's probably because my father didn't really understand it, but the information that he was given, he ran with it. But it was no way that his children was able to benefit from it because the money that he acquired from them bonds was totally his. It was something that he was able to either pass on to another inheritance of that money, or he would take that money to the grave with him, and then whoever he was married to will obtain that money. Okay, but in investing, right, you can write up now. Well, since we have the education, we have the knowledge, we can get a lawyer. We can say, okay, I got 20, 30, $40,000 in stocks and bonds or whatever, so that options, stock option, anything like that. So what I want to do, I'm put this in this contract or my will, that if this ever takes place, then you this person will get this much, this person will get this much, this person will get this much, and etc. The second option is, all right, get a will, okay, not just a will, but get some insurance, right? It could be $10,000, right? Everyone should have insurance, all right. What I'm trying to convince our family is because it's gonna be hard because of greed. I'm trying to convince our family or my heirs of my family to everyone should have put at least $10,000 and then contribute that money, okay, to a fund. All right, a family fund where that the younger generation can benefit from the money, and it all going to a stockpile. Now, what would happen is that, of course, you're gonna need some sort of direction. So you have to elect a group of people, fair people, all right, and you have to have a set of guidelines already in place saying that these are the individuals that will get this money, but they have to have these type of conditions that will prepare them to receive these monies. Now you can't say, well, this person right here, he because he got a 4.0, he's going to, they need $10,000 Scott, to tuition fee, so we're gonna give it to this person. He's more qualified. No, that's not it. Okay, we're not going to do it that way. The way we're going to do it, we're going to train and teach everyone. Okay, from adolescence on up. Okay, and the classes that these individuals or the schooling these individuals get to qualify for these monies have to be in in context of what we want and how they're going to help our family grow strong economically and as a business. Okay, so if we need accountants, okay, we're gonna pay for people who want to be accountants. This is the money we're going to pay towards your tuition and your scholarship. Okay. If we need the business analyst, this is what you have to get. You have to get these type of certifications. You got to get this. We'll pay for all that, but you have to get a contract with a person with a lawyer saying they will work for our company for X amount of years. Okay. And so that we can grow. All right. And everything that deals with helping our company grow, okay, the Ship Enterprise grow or the estates grow, these individuals, in order for them to be entitled to this money, they have to contribute to the family. They can't just go out and say, okay, well, I'm going to work, I'm going to do what I want to do. No, you can be working for the company, helping the company make money. See, and once that happens, and then once they go off and do whatever they want to do, the company is still growing. And then as a company grow with the market, okay, and be a multi-million dollar, multi-billion dollar company, a lot of these individuals will stay because they'll find out the competitive rate of money that's been paid on the outside the family's business versus what's happening on the inside. There's no comparison, right? They say, okay, they're gonna pay you $250,000 a year. Okay, well, what they gonna have you doing? Okay. Well, they're gonna be a CEO. Okay. Well, you're gonna be a CEO. Well, all right. Well, what type of company are you trying to create? I said, well, I want to create this type of company. Okay. Well, have you considered going to the board and trying to um, bring this to their attention? Let them know that this is the type of company that you would like to work for, and if there's any way that we can have a starter company that you can run, have you did that? See, these are the possibilities that can take place. But if you're not thinking, right, or you're thinking, or you have some type of envious or some type of a biased behavior or attitude towards everything, then it's not going to ever happen. I notice in our family that there's a lot of decentralized individuals. You got a lot of people who everyone to go their own way because it's very childish, right? It's very childish, but the younger generation don't have to go through it. Okay, I've learned that a lot of things stem from the mothers. I'm talking in the black community, in African American community, because these women are the ones that actually lay out the rules and the laws and the structure of these young people. And once they do that, the child always go to the mother and ask for advice. Okay, now some of them, they go to the father, so that it depends on how the father mindset is and how structured he is. But most of the time, it's to the mother. And if the mother doesn't have a strong male role model around her as she grow up as being cultured, and you can look up different things about cultured, but being cultured in the family ties and traditions, then that woman's not going to carry on that father's wishes or his idea of how a family should be. Okay, so anyway, I'm not gonna let this go long. I want you to put some comments down below. I want you to click like and share this video, okay? And the monies that I acquire in this video and my future videos, just like them and share them and put your comments of what you think so that I can make more of these videos and I can become more structured and add you into it, and I can get something going where we can have a cooperation about what's going on in the world today, and we can do all types of things. Okay, all right, this is Nicholas Shepard of the Shepard Family Enterprise Business Administration Information System Consultants. Thank you.